What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel, where we review products before they're coming out, as they're coming out, and sometimes even after they've come out. Today, I have a special project from Nike SB. It is a highly anticipated shoe. You may have guessed, this is the Air Max 95. This is going to be releasing on August 2nd. The MSRP will be $175. Let's see here. The colorway is Summit White, Cactus Flower. You guys have been kind of seeing images of this shoe sprinkled around. I actually listened to the Eric Costin Complex podcast where he sat in with Complex and just sort of kind of talked about the Air Max 95. I'm going to try to kind of bring up some points that he may or may not have been making because he really couldn't really speak too much on the shoe at the time. Take a look, check out some details. Boom, they're here. This shoe, we had seen this shoe for... Well, actually, we never saw this shoe. We saw a mock-up, maybe, of this shoe kind of coming into SB, and at the time, to think that they were going to point the Air Max 95 like franchise at skate shops like us, that was a blessing, and we appreciate that. So, ushering all those customers for this particular shoe into your local Nike SB retailer, this is a good thing for skate shops for sure. So definitely appreciate that, you guys. But here are the details, guys. I have it in my hands. The Air Max 95, Cactus Flower. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'll show you guys, bring those details in for you immediately. This shoe was originally designed by Sergio Lozano. It released in 1995. It was designed to be a running shoe, but was quickly adapted into streetwear culture. This is supposed to be the vertebrae of the body. These layered material panels of synthetic suede and leather actually are supposed to mimic fibers of muscle. The lace loops here are actually supposed to act or kind of was basically inspired by like ribs, like the ribs of the human skeleton. So interesting to see him kind of pull elements of the human body into the shoe. Nike's slogan, if you have a body, you're an athlete, might have been ringing in his ears as he designed and was bringing the concepts of the shoe to Nike at the time. So, man, a couple things that we are noticing here. When I went to dig into the insole is just a traditional, very thin, really thin kind of piece of sort of nothing kind of TPU pour on, whatever this is, because you don't really need an air unit when your air unit is literally visible in the heel and forefoot. Pretty sick. We were trying to discover these differences. Now, at this time, we haven't even put the shoe on foot yet. We will do an on foot. We will try to tell you if it's true to size to the best of our ability. But we were looking at some differences between the traditional Air Max 95s that have come out all these years and this Nike SB version. And the first thing we noticed was the herringbone of the sole. With that herringbone there, instead of a smooth, so normally these treads are smooth, aka outsole, but this one has a herringbone to kind of help give you some grip. I don't know what else in the guts of the shoe. Costin sort of alluded to the idea that it might be something that you can only feel on foot, right? Nobody wanted to harm or, change the look and appearance of the shoe. You wanted it to be as authentic to the original as possible. And really, I don't think there's a ton of changes here, but there's the way the J4 turned out under, Costin's suggestions, essentially. And then the way that the dunk was changed by Costin's dunk low in blue and his high, but particularly the low with the heel pods and other changes that SB made at that moment was a good thing. So if he dug into this shoe and kind of made some changes, great, you know what I mean? Make it just a little bit more fun to skate. I'm sure clips in these are gonna look sick. The other thing was that the rope lace was ever so slightly thicker, like a gauge or two is kind of some of the stuff. Now, this is just us going around and kind of harvesting information and people's like kind of suggested changes online. So I have to tell you, like, I'm not comparing this to an original Air Max 95. I do not have one, but just from maybe experts online, other people like me that try to like show you things, yeah, that's kind of where we're getting these things. We do have some reflective hits on it, which is nice. So reflective running up the tongue. We got reflective going down the back. A couple reflective moments. Kind of a shiny material here. The Air Max in oval. It's nice and embroidered and super clean. I like the white midsole. I really like the colorway. Images of it online kind of don't really do it justice. I think it looks better in hand. Hopefully you're seeing that too. As far as what I'm kind of talking to you about here. Your white midsole, your visible forefoot and heel air units. We have a near white or sail white suede. We have a cool gray suede. We have a warm gray suede. And then we have a nice kind of a flat, just black leather, super clean. The white mesh going up into a black mesh and a little more kind of near black, not quite the same color mesh on either side of your reflective area. Definitely has that nice heel cup feeling when I put my fingers back there and how that's gonna feel on foot. All the swoosh and other trademarked, Nike iconography is in that Cactus Flower purple. The lace loops are on Cactus Flower as well. Comment below. What is, PSI, obviously, right? Per square inch, right? Pressure, PSI, it just says PSI, PSI, PSI with the kind of like greater than, less than symbols on either side. They say that this was the dawn of air unit not just being in the heel, but actually being the entire bottom of the shoe or underfoot. So this would be that first time that Nike ever featured an air unit in the forefoot. So big shout out to Sergio Lozano. Obviously your design has stood the test of time, which is incredible. A shoe like this and the magnitude of desire to connect with a pair of shoes is forcing SouthsideSkateShop.com to raffle. So please don't go on our app, because our app doesn't like $0 carts. It is totally free to enter. We are gonna give you a promo code for 15% off. That's gonna be AM15. We're gonna run that raffle until the night before release. Again, these release on August 2nd. That means we're gonna email winners on August 1st. Okay, so all you have to do, SouthsideSkateShop.com, search the word raffle, $0 cart, man. You do not have to make a purchase to enter our raffle. As you're checking out, I'm gonna try to set up my field to force you to give me your size. I'm no good if you don't make a customer account, don't give me your email, and don't give me your size. I can't award you the shoe, okay? So please make sure you do those things at SouthsideSkateShop.com, as our app no longer supports $0 carts. That was a change that came out of nowhere. I enjoyed being able to use the app to facilitate raffle and send you guys notifications. That's changed. So when you tap that notification that we're gonna send you here in a minute, it's gonna deliver you to our actual like Safari, Chrome browser, SouthsideSkateShop.com. So Sean, what's up, man? Let's get this on foot going on. Super stoked to have these. We're gonna run this raffle. Good luck to each and every one of you guys. Let's see what's up with the on foot.
Okay guys, now for the on foot for the Air Max 95 SBs. I'll say this, man, when I first saw these online, I was not really a fan. On all the online images, I don't know, man, I didn't really dig them that well, but sorry, I had to sneeze. I didn't really like them on the online images, but since we got them in person, and just even when we first got them and took them out the box, I didn't really like them. But I'm not gonna lie, man, watching them from afar, just kind of looking at them over the time since they've been out, having O do the review, they've kind of grown on me. I think they look pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, I would actually probably go after these if anything, if I really wanted them. I've never worn a normal Air Max 95 or anything like that, so I can't tell you the differences between maybe the normal pairs to the SB pairs in terms of feel, like the difference between how those two individual types of shoes feel. But I'll say this, while we were recording, some more information came out about the differences between the normal ones and this one to make the SB version more skatable. And from what they said, they've kind of made the overall upper a bit softer as a whole. I guess, all the foams and all the textures. And then apparently with these, all the, like, every layer of material is folded over and then stitched into to, I guess, to help make them last longer as you're skating them and going through the material. And then apparently they made this tread thinner. It's definitely herringbone now versus before it was much more knobby. This is herringbone, just a classic skate tread. And then apparently the foam in this whole section is thinner, and your foot sits closer to these air pods to try to help with board feel. I will say they're pretty comfy. I feel like when I talk to my friends that wear more of like these type of sneakers and stuff, they talk about how they're really bulky and kind of stiff. And with these in particular, the 95 SBs, they're actually pretty comfortable. I kind of like them. They're kind of like little clouds on your feet. I mean, I'm wearing them with jeans. The jeans are in a pair of black pants. I could totally see these. Yeah, man, they feel good. The first thing I'm noticing is I can feel this, like, it feels like it's kind of like a bowl on top of my foot, which it weirdly feels nice and cushioned. And then stepping around, I can feel a little squish in the forefoot, like in the ball of your foot right here. And then the heel definitely has some type of thing to it. And then something I've noticed is that you can feel on the back here, I'll point my foot this way. On the back here, you can feel these little notches, the way this is shaped, like kind of cupping into your heel, which is, you know, sense of security kind of. But yeah, man, like I said, online, I didn't like them. Now that I have them in person, I think they're actually pretty sick. I've never really seen myself as someone who would want to wear something like this, but now I might be turning a new leaf, guys. Not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, looking down at them just from your head, like looking down this way, they look pretty sick. Yeah, I like the shapes on them. But yeah, I mean, walking around, doing these little steps. The biggest thing I can feel is that it just feels like this is like pressing down into my foot, not in an aggressive, like uncomfortable way, but you can just feel the material there, like they're snug. Yeah, I'm curious to see how hot they are, especially with the environment here in Houston. It's very humid, very hot this time of year, and you know, usually you typically want a shoe that can breathe. And this looks like it has mesh, but yeah, man, they're pretty sick. I dig them. If I had to give them a score, I would give them, man, I might give them something kind of, might give them like a 9.5. I'm not even lying. And this is coming from someone who, looking at them online, I was going to give them like a 4. But having them in person, man, it kind of changed my mind on them. Yeah, well, that's it for me, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all are able to land a pair. Yeah, best of luck, everybody. Have fun.
All right, that was the on foot. I hope you guys got something out of that. It is true that the more we look at this shoe, the more we can see ourselves wearing this shoe. I remember my Nike SB rep would come around for the territory, and I felt like he was rocking these a lot. I feel like he was in the all black version of them. Maybe I'm wrong, but pretty sure that he would pull up wearing the Air Max 95. So good luck to everybody in the raffle at southsideskateshop.com. Appreciate the support, you guys. Please like, follow, subscribe below. Good luck to everybody. Again, these are releasing at your local Nike SB retailer. August 2nd, the MSRP will be $175. What else would I say? Again, when you take the Air Max franchise and point that at skateboarding, it's kind of like a fire hose, like blow your head off, dude. I mean, people definitely love these shoes. I've already got a couple people that I know are like, I'm a fanatic. I'm an Air Max person. I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing, okay? I guess I'm looking for those Antonio Doral clips that are probably coming. Maybe he hits the Quarter Snacks top 10 this week or something, or next week, or coming soon in these super sick shoes. So big shout out. Thank you so much, Nike SB. I'm Big O, owner of Southside Skate Park. Your skateboarding has been our priority for 30 years. I'll see you next time right here at the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel. If you guys could like, follow, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, man. You guys have an awesome day, and let's just enjoy the last of summer. Everybody be safe out there. Get the most out of these last few weeks. Skate, film, crank out your footage, put together a project, make something, okay? Y'all take care. I'll see you guys next time right here at the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel. Later.